Oh, fucking chilly.
Hey, I'm here with Daz the cameraman. I was wanting to tell him about how we've been seeing the moon upside down and see Tycho crater at the top of the moon.
So one more time, Eric. Show me, where is your proof that you have ever seen Tycho on top of the moon from your location? You have never seen Tycho on top of the moon from your location. On top of the moon from your location.
I'm just out there and I looked at it. I was like, well, God, Tycho's on top of the moon.
It is impossible for you to see Tycho on top of the moon from your location. You have never seen Tycho on top of the moon from your location. It is impossible for you to see Tycho on top of the moon from your location.
What do you mean?
Moon from your location.
Impossible.
It is impossible for you to see Tycho on top of the moon from your location.
But Dazzle, what about field rotation? Dazzle, I mean, shouldn't I see Tycho crater rolling around my moon on top of the moon because of field rotation?
It is impossible for you to see Tycho on top of the moon from your location.
Oh, so it's impossible. I could never see it. So then, are you serious? What about Tycho crater in the northern hemisphere at the top of the moon, or the southern hemisphere? Should it be down at the bottom of the moon? I mean, this is field rotation here, right? We're talking about.
You need to see Tycho on top of the moon from your location. As I said, it will rotate from approximately a 5 o'clock position to approximately a 9 o'clock position.
But that's what NASA says, and they say that it should do that every month, not every night, Dazzle. I wanted to talk about field rotation and seeing the moon upside down in my location, and yours, and everybody else's
on top of the moon from your location. It is impossible for you to see Tycho on top of the moon from your location.
Oh.
6 a.m. on July 5th, 2020 from Darwin, Australia. You've got the coordinates there. You can see the comment by James Pickett, who took the photo. He says, this was the night it rotated clockwise for me, both directions in 1 week. And John Blow, who is homebrewed, replied, this is exactly my view of the moon in Virginia, that you took the picture in Darwin, Australia. Now, we clearly see that Tycho is on the bottom of the moon here.
Yeah, we can
somebody
see that.
There, as a rule, that would not be possible.
Wait, what?
Now, when I've made my see that Tycho is on the bottom of the moon here, and for somebody in the southern hemisphere, as a rule, that would not be possible.
Oh, so that's not possible. Gee, dude. Not supposed to be. I didn't think so. And here we are. I didn't think it was possible. Now, what stretch of the imagination are you going to go to make?
Good morning, Glenn. How you doing?
Now, when I made my first response video, I didn't properly critique where the moon was at the time, but having since done some checking on that, is tilted to the ecliptic by 5.1 degrees.
Yes, it is tilted to the ecliptic 5.1 degrees. Here is the Earth, as you notice. It is also tilted at 23 degrees, and at all times, every day, the Earth tilts under the fucking ecliptic. Always. This 5.1 degrees is a testament to how steady the moon phase should be. The Earth has always done this. But now the eclipse is plainly showing that a 90th ever shows the polarity no longer like this. Is it? No, because we built it. Like it or not, let me bring this back and remind you what Dad says about seeing Tycho crater on the bottom of the fucking moon in Australia that we proved is happening.
It's for me, both directions in 1 week. And John Blow, who is homebrewed, replied, this is exactly my view of the moon in Virginia, that you took the picture in Darwin, Australia. Now, we can clearly see that Tycho is on the bottom of the moon here. And for somebody in the southern hemisphere and to rule, that would not be possible.
Well, there you go, Dazzy. In your own words. See? It's not a 23-degree angle, is it? No, it's not. That's simple as that. And he's trying to make it field rotation, make it okay all of a sudden for me to see Tycho crater on the top of the fucking moon, and for James Pickett to be able to see Tycho crater on the bottom of the moon. He's got to break out field rotation. Well, I, at this point, am going to have to refer you to field rotation. We'll go to Calgary. We'll go down here to the equator and Orion again, which there's Earth, so you can't see through Earth. And this is what Orion should do with the equator. The most motion on the planet, and she only moves up there. So field rotation's outdoors, Dad. Let's go back to your older video and see what you say about Tycho crater. Wow, Dad, we're getting back on your page. And you have a lot to say about Tycho craters never being at the top of the moon. But when presented evidence, you want to turn around and say, that's the problem. Well, David, we've got Tycho on the top of the moon. What do you think about that? Wait a minute.
It is impossible for you to see Tycho. It is impossible for you to see Tycho.
Alright, David. Being how you're freaking fucknut and over here telling me I'm never going to see something that I see, let's go to NASA and see how about lunatic. Well, Dazzle, look. It's Tycho crater. In the southern hemisphere view at the top and the northern hemisphere view at the bottom, where it belongs forever. Never to be missed. It agrees with you. I should never see Tycho crater at the top of my moon. Due to field rotation, or any of it. Isn't that amazing? Wow. NASA agrees. I should never see Tycho crater. They're very hemisphere specific about their fucking how you can see it above the equator and below the equator. That's, wow. Well, what do you mean I could go to NASA and moon phase vibration 2020 and it shows me the actual what it should look like from my position on this planet Earth? Let me make sure. I don't know. I'm gonna put play over here. Well, it seems to be apparent that they understand we live on a globe that is doing a circle around it. So they've got the mechanics right. So let's see the phase vibration hourly interval. Okay, it's rolling. It's rolling. And it stops. Why did it stop? Well, let's see. This is normal. This is what's normal. It stops. Why is it not rolling back to the one side? That's not what. Damn it. That's not what we're seeing. Maybe what we're seeing isn't normal. Huh? Maybe it's not so fucking normal. Here, let's see what it is. No. 17th hour. How about we go to the first hour? This is 10 hours difference, right? 16 hours difference. Right there. Oh, it's only me. Damn it. See, now I think Dad was lying to us. What do you think, Desert? Should I ever see Tycho Crater at the top of my moon?
Something like that. You have never seen Tycho.
But I have.
It is impossible for you to see Tycho something like that.
Well, if that's the truth, Dazzle, then it must mean that nothing's fucking normal. Maybe that's why the damn thing's bouncing around all over the sky doing cartwheels. It's just not normal. Thanks for clearing that up.
How we doing this morning in the repair porn? It is an awful lot of work, but it pays the bills. We'll see.
You want to make every game this?
So far, so
Step
good.
1, open the BetMGM Sports. Step 2, put some skin in the game.
I do make a lot less
Showtime. TV.
at this than I do my pipes. That's mainly my fault. And I'm pricing them low so they sell fast.
Now you're in the ring with King Sports.
Know what else to do?
No.
The major arcana of the 22 keys of the tarot is a picture book of wisdom that depicts the journey of mystical ascension and transformation. This is the process of what we call mental alchemy, like spiritual alchemy, so that we can learn to take that energy from wherever it is right now.
Oh, wow. All right, this is not what I was listening to. Thank you very much.
And bring it to the balance point.
Water for the lake and pond, which is a funny smell that you get used to. But despite the strange odor, it's a peaceful and relaxing place to spend the afternoon. There's lots of koi fish and turtles swimming around, waterfalls, manicured gardens, and blooming roses in the springtime, which make it look like a paradise. But besides the streams and fountains and mystical landscape, there's also one other unique feature of this tranquil gem situated in the middle of Los Angeles. And that's the structure that you see located to the right of the screen. Does it look familiar to you at all? If you're a fan of the Star Trek series, this is the location where they filmed the scenes with the Starfleet Academy on Earth, also referred to as the Space Academy, used for the education and training of individuals for service in Starfleet. The Academy motto was Ex Astris Scientia, in Latin meaning knowledge comes from the stars. The Space Academy was said to be founded in the year 2161, or established in some form before the founding of the Federation, or the United Federation of Planets, the name for the fictional interstellar government that sent Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, and the crew of the Starship Enterprise on its mission of peaceful exploration. Commonly referred to as the Federation, it was introduced in the television show Star Trek and represented an interstellar union of planetary governments that agreed to exist semi-autonomously under a single central government based on the principles of universal liberty, rights,
and equality, and to share their knowledge and resources in peaceful cooperation, scientific development, space exploration, and mutual defense. The total number of formal member worlds was over 150 in the 24th century, and at its height, it numbered 350 members and encompassed 8,000 light years of space. Unlike its imperial rivals, who derived power from a single species subjugating other races, the Federation's various member worlds joined willingly and were equals in the Federation's democratic society. While Star Trek was a fictional series, there are those that believe it was based on reality, as there have been recent disclosures, especially regarding the events surrounding World War II, which imply that humanity has a parallel yet secret space program, which was based on technology innovations used by nationalist Germany before, during, and after World War II, which has been effectively hidden from the general public for the past 75 years. The most common question I get is that if the Germans indeed had advanced technology, such as anti-gravity and flying saucers, then why did they lose the war? If the Germans had the ability to reach the moon and possibly establish a lunar base, then why didn't they use their UFOs to defeat the Allies? And that's a good question, and let me answer it like this. Even though Floyd Money Mayweather is recognized as the best pound-for-pound boxer in the world, with an undefeated record, 50 wins and 0 losses, a man of athletic talent, technical skill, and recognized as the best defensive boxer to ever step in the ring. But if Money Mayweather were to agree to fight against yours truly, and I had 20 other clones of me, that means 20 of me against one Mayweather at the same time, we would beat Mayweather in the first round. Mayweather is 5'8" and 150 pounds. I'm 6'4", about 230 pounds. And if there were 20 of me simultaneously punching him at the same time, that means 46 his superior skill, talent, and boxing ability will not fail him. And likewise, Germany absolutely has superior scientists, technology, and equipment, but they could not compete against the manufacturing capabilities of the United States. And having a few anti-gravity prototypes could not stop thousands more planes carpet bombing the supply line, thousands of more tanks, and at least 10 to 1, if not 20 to 1, of all military supplies, including military. That said, the Germans knew the writing was on the wall halfway through the war, and while they were retaining hope until the end that they would find a way to develop their technology enough to turn the war around, they did not want to expose their technology to the enemy and move their most advanced development to their Antarctic base, where after surrendering the German mainland in 1945, they defeated the Allies in 1946, who invaded Antarctica with 3 aircraft carriers, 4,500 troops, in what is still publicly called a scientific expedition, codenamed Operation Ivy. Of course, the following year, after the Allies suffered a humiliating defeat in Antarctica, the world became aware of the Largo incident, where a UFO
with flying saucers crashed into the Nevada desert, and within a few weeks, the CIA was set up, and the media informed the nation it was a weather balloon. While conspiracy theorists insisted it was little green or gray men, anything but tall alien men with human action. From then on, UFO sightings continued, as well as a new phenomenon in the early 50s known as contactees, where people that claim to not only see round saucer-shaped craft, but interacted with people that seem to be from Venus or Mars, with striking features and often long blonde hair. There's the Billy Meyer case, photographer from Switzerland, that claimed to have contact with several beautiful aliens that started in the early 50s. While most people discount his photographs to be a hoax, the craft were round and disc-shaped, and the occupants looked Germanic. Then there's the George Adamski case, a Polish-born American citizen who also claims to have photographed spaceships from other planets and says he met with friendly Nordic alien space brothers who also looked like typical Germans. While Adamski was also denounced in the media as a fraud, his photographs and videos also resembled the round of grill craft that leaked documents from the KGB after the fall of the Soviet Union, so to not only have a similar shape, but the same three round gravitational stabilizers below the craft. It's the same shaped UFO that was spotted hovering over Los Angeles in 1945 for several hours and famously featured the newspapers called the Battle over Los Angeles, where not only thousands of people witnessed the craft hovering in the air, but thousands of rounds of ammunition were shot at it, seemingly having no effect. Keep in mind, this was during World War II, and while the craft did not appear to be armed, it might have been to show off the technology in an effort to bring an end to the war. Probably the most famous contactee case was the one involving Betty and Barney Hill, an American couple who claimed they were abducted in a rural portion of the state of New Hampshire, where, under hypnosis, Barney Hill not only described the alleged extraterrestrials as looking like an Irishman, but he used the word Nazi, saying that the occupants of the craft were Nazis. You say this, you say with the craft is either way. I know that was loud. The baby looked inside. Maybe that's very fast. And as you see, the scope of the world moves. That's what it looks like now when you say chesset. It looks like a big, just can with windows and walls and windows and lights not lights, just one huge light. And all the windows out there, the windows, where's the windows? They're not like the commercial train because they're squares around to the size of this into one system is friendly to friendly looking and he's looking over his right shoulder and he's smiling. Did you see it for you? But I still face like everything still good this way. Man, I think that they just have attitude. You talking to this window or something over there?
Which brings us to the Washington, D.C. incident, where on July 12, 1952, a highly publicized sighting took place in the Capitol above the White House.
Missions,
As a
Kings,
dozen
Queens,
saucer
Pawns
craft
are all done.
casually flew in the sky in another
See the
apparent
horses.
demonstration of technology or a show of force or
Pretty
technological
sure I got one more
superiority,
blank to make
which
today,
some
too,
claim
broke one
convinced
yesterday.
then President Eisenhower to secretly
Chesset's a
meet
little bit
with
more work.
aliens or Aryans,
It's all right.
depending on who
It's
you
work.
ask.
It's
Don't
work.
doubt for a minute that the vast
Doing what
majority
I
of
love.
people listening to this
So,
will have already made up their mind that there's no way that the U.S. government met with anyone,
actually,
be it aliens or
Kinda
Germans,
enjoy it.
because the vast majority of people also let the mainstream media do the thinking for them. And the media, up until now, has not yet acknowledged the existence of UFOs. That is, up until now.
So this is from the former head of Israel's space program, Chaim Shed, who says that aliens have been in contact with the U.S. and with Israel. What does he refer to? The Galactic Federation that he says has been in touch with Israel and the U.S. He also says that Donald Trump was going to reveal their existence, but then basically got talked out of it, I suppose.
Yeah, and look, he's 87 years old. According to him, he says he has nothing to lose. He's a decorated former Israeli general, former state security chief. He's been awarded a medal 3 separate times, 2 secretly, for actions that kept Israel safe. Clearly somebody who was regarded well by that government. Now, what he's saying is kind of crazy. He says that the cooperation of, there's a secret U.S. government and the Galactic Federation, that the cooperation includes a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives.
Last week, a high-ranking and distinguished former Israeli space security chief not only claims that extraterrestrials exist and President Trump knows about it, but that a galactic federation also exists and is ready to make official contact. Allegedly, contact has already been established long ago with governments of the world, since he claims that the United States already has military personnel in underground bases on Mars.
Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Shed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years, not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he called mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quote, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve themselves and understand what space really is. The good news is that we came to an agreement with the US between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives. Now, this former head of a branch of Israel's defense ministry is 87. He is very well respected. He says he's come forward now in the hope that his news will be accepted as true. He notes that if he'd made his claim 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized, but now he says, I've got nothing to lose. Well, so far, President Trump has not tweeted about this. Though remember, a year ago, he did set up the Space Force as the fifth branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. Well, we did ask the White House, the Department of Defense, and the Israeli officials to comment. So far, they have not responded to the embassy news request. I wonder if they will.
The topic of the secret space program is not new and has been discussed for decades, but only recently being reported on in a serious way by the mainstream media. While the majority of the discussion about a potential galactic federation implies that all of the alleged aliens are a totally separate species from us, if they exist at all. But brave researchers from the time just before the internet era of social media have risked their lives disclosing what they believe had its roots, at least in part, involving events pertaining to World War II. One of these fearless researchers is named Vladimir Kaczynski, and while he has vanished for about 20 years now, I'd like to remind the world of his efforts, which have impacted many researchers in the field that continue to push for full disclosure, including myself.
So Vladimir, welcome, and I'm very glad that you managed to make it.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Now, Vladimir, I've looked at your credits and I'm terribly impressed. In fact, looking at what you've done in terms of education, I'm really surprised. You have a Bachelor of Science in Physics, you have a Master of Science in Electronics, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. You have brought on to me an awful lot of information about about Nazi Germany and the technology that they had in the 40s. Now, I am absolutely astounded by the information that you have to share with us. You have brought on history. Could you please tell us about these histories and what they actually are telling us?
Well, in one sentence, while researching UFOs in general and the terrestrial component of the alien presence in particular, mainly secret terrestrial programs that have been dealing with anti-gravity and secret space programs for the last almost 100 years. I realized that a lot of those secret projects are covered up behind the alien smoke screen and later on longer to the general public as an alien technology discourse. And in order to pull the carpet from under the feet of the government, or let's call it the party line American mythology, I've been doing research on not UFOs, on the 50 or more basically different models of craft that the Germans built before and during the Second World War, powered by every engine that was in production in Germany at that time, like piston engines, Bankel engines, turbojet engines, ramjets, pulse jets, rocket engines, and the final and most advanced models were followed by electromagnetic drives. These are the most basically no moving part drives. But in order to convince someone that this massive research and development conspiracy, let's call it, and this secret space program run by the Germans has been on for all these years, actually the consistent rumors are that the Germans landed on the moon and Mars before the war ended. And later they were followed by many other secret programs that we will talk about that probably in the future. So the Russians and the Americans landed on the moon and Mars in the late 40s and early 50s, respectively. An Italian team landed on Mars in 56. Many superpowers have been actively pursuing secret space programs based on anti-gravity propulsion. But in order to convince someone of the existence of this massive research and development conspiracy, one first has to be convinced of the existence of political and economic conspiracies in this world.
You talked about Germany already. Does this actually mention that Germany, before the Second World War, being involved in very, very advanced technology?
Yes, actually, these books mention a lot of extremely bizarre, almost science fiction military technologies.
And the first book that mentions, particularly the first several models of flying saucers that were built in Germany, is the book Intercept UFO, Intercept but Don't Shoot by Renato Vesco. Now, Renato Vesco was he part of the Mussolini government? Renato Vesco was actually a very leading figure in the Italian research and development efforts. He was the research and development boss of the Italian Air Force. He may not have been a Werner von Braun, but he definitely was an extremely brilliant scientist and engineer. And besides that, Italians and Japanese were regularly briefed on all secret German development during the war. So after the war, when he wrote the book, he knew exactly what he was writing about. Actually, he wrote and discussed in great detail the first several models of flying saucers that were built in Germany, which is the turbojet-powered flying saucer built by Streeter, diameter of about 30 feet, and the joint project. This was the first operational interceptor fighter saucer that was built by D'Alonso, Meager, and Streeter. I have some photographs that were extremely rare to find. Many of these were pulled out of German libraries by our research associates in France. Most of them are impossible to find in the United States. The third model that we talked about is a very interesting photograph done in 1952 over Mount Rainier in Washington State. And in my opinion, this is a flying scooter bridge or ball lightning automatic anti-aircraft weapons platform that was captured by the Americans and test flown secretly from bases in the western United States and northwestern Canada. Later on, through German sources, we have discovered not only turbojet-powered craft, but these are rocket-powered craft with rocket engines of the B-2 type. And the subsequent model of Newton, these two craft had an exo-atmospheric capability and they could easily go in orbit around the Earth. This is a very interesting drawing of a saucer-type dreadnought at 60 yards diameter. This is about 200 feet diameter, interplanetary craft that has huge sleeping compartments. It is basically 10 stories tall. Drawings were published in Germany by a little secret society there. What would have been the purpose of that in the flying there? It had definitely an interplanetary objective because a flying saucer that can circle the Earth in 1.5 hours does not need sleeping compartments. You don't have to sleep between during your flight. That basically the longest distance you can travel around the planet is 1-2 hours at the most. Right. So obviously sleeping compartments on such a massive scale would be needed only for a craft that would land on the moon, that would stay there for a long time and come back. You have to say that the Germans pre-World War II were refining the technology in order to actually travel to different planets. Exactly. These two models are capable of going in orbit around the Earth and probably going in an extended elliptical orbit toward the Moon. This huge craft is capable of getting into orbit around the Moon and landing on the planet. And these were actually the most primitive of the models that the Germans built. 2 months ago, I received through some private channels a secret documentary film made by the German secret society, the Gesellschaft, something like an influence of the Illuminati society here. The title of this documentary, short documentary film, is UFOs, The Third Reich Strikes Back. This is the emblem of the secret society. They were basically the ideologues of the Third Reich. But once these things invented, they were shared later by the superpowers. They cannot be disinvented. It is bring your belly interesting. One thought is coming back to me, and that is almost world supremacy. I'm looking at this and I'm going, what's the incentive? What's the reason behind trying to find technology. Well, it gives man an ability to go to the moon, to explore the fence of the solar system, to go beyond the solar system. Some of these larger craft were definitely able to go beyond the solar system, as we shall see very soon. The first raw photograph, actually this is a very small part, this is maybe a third of all the documentary photographs shown in the German documentary video. These are interceptor fighter craft of the Brill series that have never been written about in any other source in the world literature so far. They were about 30 feet in diameter and extremely maneuverable. Their speed was almost 2 times the speed of sound. For them, Allied bombers and fighters were basically sitting back. When I present in his book, depicts about 2,000 attacks flying saucers or Allied bomber formations with devastating consequences, and these all were attacks of the previous and more primitive craft. These crafts were developed in the very last years of the war, 44, 45. This particular line here are the 25-meter diameter, which is about 75-meter diameter, 30 feet tall tank killers, the craft of the Honeydew type. We have never seen before UFOs with tank turrets attached underneath. We see different models of tank turrets. Actually, these are standard E2 turrets for the German Panther tank and the Panther field tank. Later models developed in the 60s from the German colony in the South Pole, which is another very controversial issue. Admiral Byrd led an expedition to the South Pole in 47, trying to wipe out the Germans, but he was beaten very badly. Just 2.5 weeks he had to leave the continent because the Germans had protected all these tracks. On the bottom row, we have the most interesting examples here. This is an original drawing of a cigar-shaped mothership, 330 feet length, that was carrying inside itself one of the tank killer craft and 3 of these interceptor fighter saucers. So how big was this cigar? It was about 90 to 100 feet in diameter and 330 to 350 feet length. This is a football field size craft. The most interesting, and this could be photographs of German craft in flight well after the end of the World War, probably flown from their base in the South Pole. What year was that? These photographs were taken 42, these are and 43, these are 44 and 45. These were taken after the war. The drawings date from 1943. The biggest craft that the Germans built was a 74-meter diameter, which is about 220 feet diameter, flying saucer of the Honeydew Fleet type. This is a naval warfare craft, where you can see here in these turrets, triple guns of a naval caliber, 3 turrets in the underbelly, and a 4th turret on the top. This was a craft made for huge naval warfare. According to this film, the only craft was taken and flown from the Earth to Mars by a huge crew of basically volunteers and self-sacrificial crew of Germans and Japanese. And it landed on January 15, 1946 after 8 months of flight. They departed April 45, a month before the war ended in Germany. And they crash landed on Mars. The gravity field there is too weak, so the crash couldn't make it real nice in the landing. The most interesting things about this craft are that these are free energy devices. These are basically flying converters of gravitational energy that convert the energy of the geomagnetic field of Earth into the electromagnetic energy of flight. So these crafts never had to tank. They never had planetary reservoirs. They had actually tapped into the inexhaustible reservoir of free gravitational energy of the planet. This is something even more taboo as a topic than the fact that the Germans developed all these 50 different models of craft. Because if one is able to go basically for free to the moon and Mars without using a single gram of fuel, free riding on the gravitational currents of our solar system, then a lot of our present-day economy about, well, we all have to pay for the fuel and we can't buy cars. It becomes obsolete. Let's discuss this in much more depth. In your estimation, where is all this technology stored? Well, Germans were not the first ones to develop this technology. John Keely presented his anti-gravity flying if you may call it like this, a funny looking contraption. He sat on it, rose noiselessly, accelerated to a very fast speed and came back and landed in front of the sun eyes of the war ministers in the United States in the 1860s. They said, well, we can't find any possible use of this device. Where was Nazi Germany? I mean, when did Nazi Germany actually come into play? There are persistent rumors that the Germans were contacted by one extraterrestrial race that had been all governments of all superpowers all throughout the celestial history. But that particular race was the cause of this tremendous explosion, this cornucopia of German killing machines and advanced weapons technology that had actually not successful whatsoever in terrestrial development. So basically from the 20s and 30s, Germany was actively pursuing research in rocket propulsion, in anti-gravity propulsion, in free energy devices that were later combined with their flying rockets to make these formidable weapons. Later on, this technology was used by the superpowers, by the superpowers, namely the Russians, the British, the Americans, the French. Even the rumors are that the Israelis and the Brazilians have their own anti-gravity tracking operation these days. I have a question that's burning me. That question is, why didn't Germans at the time when they were losing the war, why did they not actually throw all the technology that they had? It's a risk, we can have a lot of this, obliterate the enemy. Well, actually, we are getting here very deep into the political and banking conspiracy behind these wars. A war is not meant to obliterate the enemy. A war is meant to load the credit card of the government by forcing it to buy more armament. If you obliterate the enemy, there wouldn't be any future enemy for the future war that is coming. So basically, all these wars have been orchestrated and choreographed by the same world banking elite that has been funding both sides in the conflict. So what were the best benefits Nazi Germany? Well, actually, from the mid-30s, the Germans were actively involved in their South Polar research. From the late 30s, they started building their underground bases on the South Pole, and by 45, they had moved, according to some rumors, from 200,000 to up to 1 million slave labor and Nazi scientists at the offices down there in these huge underground colonies that later on engaged in space exploration and genetic research. According to persistent rumors, basically all the genetic research going on in the underground lab these days in the United States has been introduced, has been started in Germany. I know a very good movie producer who was working on one UFO documentary, and he saw in a movie produced in the United States a documentary film, 30-minute film about genetic research on humans, crossbreeding between humans and animals in Nazi Germany 6 years ago in the concentration camp. So the South Polar colony has primarily goals in space exploration and genetic research. So basically, the Germans were saving all these devices for the defense of the South Pole colony, which Admiral Byrd learned unexpectedly that they had made an international forces there. So why did you not find out about what happened to Admiral Byrd? Well, there's an interesting interview in an Argentinian paper. He probably gave that on his way back from the South Pole before the security lid was planned on him, where he said the next World War would be fought with an extremely powerful adversary that has the ability to fly from pole to pole. He was obviously talking about the German craft that obliterated his aviation. All his planes were shot down in less than 2 weeks. He came down with 3 carrier fleets with 2 formations of service and support craft and 4,000 troops, and was beaten in less than 3 weeks and hastily retreated from. After the Second World War, Nazi Germany obviously after defeat, was there a tacit agreement that they could keep that technology and refine it further? I'm surprised that. Absolutely. I mean, we have to keep in mind that the Rothschilds and all the other European bankers have been financing for 300 years, both sides in every conflict. And this is the best way for them to have the government load their credit card and for them to live off with enormous interest on these loans. During the Second World War, Nazi Germany was financed by treating the American banking community and European banking community, as was the Russian Bolshevik Revolution. Are you saying that German bankers, mainly some of the big families, were behind the revolution in Russia? Well, the Russian Revolution was financed by Wall Street, by the Vatican, and by South African gold. It was financed, it was planned, financed, paid for, carried, and later on, Wall Street helped Russia in the first 20 years. The most difficult time in terms of business in the 20s and 30s, like propping up the Russian economy. So what happened to the German South Pole colony? I think that Admiral Byrd probably concluded the first tacit agreement or condominium agreement between the Americans and the Germans, namely that let's not interfere in each other's affairs. Maybe even we would do some trading. We would be trading with crude materials, raw materials, both nuts, metal profiles, raw materials, and we would be giving us some of your astonishing technology. This is according to Renato Vexo's book Intercept the Dark Truth, and according to the book of Genesis. These are fictionalized. The second year, but this is a documentary, highly engineering, highly specialized report on the German anti-gravity research and development. I have a lot of information about secret collusion between United States and Russia, all behind the smoke screen of the Cold War. Germany, what's Germany's involvement in the Cold War? Obviously, West Germany very little. Basically, they were the strongest member of NATO. But the secret German colony in the South Pole was basically working hand in hand with the secret Soviet American space program. It is rumored that when the Russians and Americans landed on a joint flight to the moon with a Soviet American made saucer in the late 40s, not only that they discovered the German plastic of flight already punched in the most famous crater on the moon, but they sent a few days of jet to the German ex-Nazi moon base. Yeah, you have so much information, it's staggering. And in fact, I'm absolutely overwhelmed by all the information that you've managed to share with us in such short time. And I would like to be able to invite you for further shows where we can go much deeper into how all this Nazi German involvement came about and where it's really taking us to ultimately.
For those that have been researching the subject of the secret space program for some time now, it is difficult to not come to the conclusion that many of the television programs and Hollywood movies attempt to mirror aspects of a hidden reality, albeit in a way that only discloses certain perspectives of the scenario while keeping other parts covert. It seems likely that if NASA made it to the moon using conventional rockets, which were also developed by the Germans, and if the US and Russia managed to build and maintain an international space station in orbit, then surely there are also other space programs that the general public is not aware of. If the recent revelations made by the former Israeli space security chief are true, and the United States already has a presence in underground bases on Mars, then it's not so much of a new disclosure as it is a validation of what researchers like Vladimir Terzinsky have been saying for decades. My name is Robert Sepper. I'm an anthropologist. My published work is available on Amazon, as well as through various other major book outlets. They make a great gift. If you'd like to support my work, you can do that through patreon.com. There should be a link in the description section for those that are interested. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please hit the like button and subscribe for future updates. As always, I look forward to reading your comments, so please leave me your thoughts below. Please have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you again soon.
Yay. I like some glass.
It's easy to think that ancient Egypt was always powerful, successful.
Yeah, I ain't getting no fucking vaccination.
But there were also darker times, conflict, civil war.
This is what my kings look like.
Little
mushroom chesset.
And the only way it could survive was through its own resilience and the strongest.
This one's going to some cats in the springs.
Egypt, almost 4,000 years ago.
Yeah, it's
strong, muscular, everything a pharaoh should be. Yeah, look, it's a face.
I think it's better than any movie I've ever seen. Fucking quite encompassing. Uh-oh. Birds are starting to wake up again. What's going on this one? Baba must have stopped cow farting. Yep, she stopped cow farting. Big quakes are back. And the uptick has begun again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fucking nuts. Everywhere I look, everybody's so happy to put 2020 behind them. By the end of 2021, they'll be wishing for 2020. That's my prediction. How's that for a prediction? Pretty exciting. Yeah, I know. So many people have no clue what the hell's going on. Good thing to do. I'm wearing myself thin. Tis what we do sometimes, isn't it? Speaking of which, I accomplished that. I have many things to do. That didn't take long, about an hour. Ooh, I think that's the shortest cast I've ever done in my life. Well, I got this 16-year-old I got to worry about and keep warm in the winters. Yeah, things I got to do, but I want to do them. So I guess that does count. Because I don't punch a clock. Not that there's very big. Nah, I ain't got no tub soaking. I got a lot of shit to do this morning. And then this afternoon, I'm hoping to take these things, both sets, out today and deliver those. And then when I get back tomorrow, we'll be back to normal making jars and stuff for Anna. Because I intend to, and I'm redoing her king and queen just because I like the way I did it this way a lot better. And hers aren't like that, and they're gonna be. I just happen to have them in my case. Whirling dervish. Jars, yes, big jars. Anna wants big jars that she can hold like quarters to half ounces in, nice ones. So I'm gonna work on those. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit better at this mushroom game, making chess sets. I mean, that's my third mushroom set, and I made a Star Wars set too now in the last couple weeks. 3 weeks, I guess. That's about all I've done. Chess set. Market's gone to hell. So I got to figure out something else to do, Joan. Chess sets is it. Seems to be the one that's going to pay the bills this month. So I'm all right with that. Oof. I am a bit tired. I got about 4:30 to get in here, about 7:30. I needed coffee. Cleaned up the house a little bit. My kids in bed. Dogs are laying around. Yeah, it gets better with time and practice. Gotta have practice. That's why I keep telling people I'm not really that good. I've just been doing this since '93, for God's sake. You might want to go sleep. Myself, I gotta go fix breakfast, wake up the kid, get him out, walking around with his animals. So it is that time. I'm glad I got my chess set done in time. So that didn't take as long as I thought it would to finish off that. The pawns are the biggest part of the damn chess set. They take a day and a half to just do the damn pawns, do the blanks and then the pawns. It took me 2 days. This is my third day on this one. Well, hour anyway. Didn't spend long on the rest of the set. But fucking 2 days making the blanks. But the blanks are the hardest part in the mushroom sets because I'm shoving a freaking mushroom in there and then I got to shape it. That's actually not very easy. Anyway, y'all have yourselves a good day and a good night because I doubt if I'll be back on tonight. I'm too tired already and I got a long day ahead of me. So y'all have yourselves a good day. Yeah, that's what I've been told, Joe. Hi, Cosmic. You have yourself a good day too. Sorry you're late. Sorry I'm leaving so early. I just got a busy day and I finished everything I had to do. We'll see y'all in a little bit.